From the Oxford Languages Dictionary, the word cliché is a noun defined as a phrase or opinion that is overused and betrays a lack of original thought. To be sure, it is cliché to say people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Referring to this expression as simply cliché, however, may diminish the importance of this sentiment in our minds. Due to the obvious fact that most of the products we offer in the business office are intangible, our communication prowess is always top of mind. In service to this goal, it is essential to impress upon our guests the fact that we genuinely care about them. Here are some ways in which we may demonstrate this and a review of some of the reasons we may benefit from these questions when asked. Remember that first impressions are important, and information learned early is most easily referred to often. We are well informed to consider asking these questions early in our process. Mary, Mike, before we begin, are there any concerns you have about your purchase today? This one is self-explanatory. Imagine the possible responses we will get to this question. Concerns like, what do you think my payment may be? I'm worried about interest rates. I'm unsure I can truly afford this. Will be heard regularly. Life can be a series of results dictated by the choices we make, or we may take a more fatalist approach. In other words, we may choose to pilot the ship or sit back with our hands tied. Fleshing out our guest concerns early in our process does not invite otherwise non-existent unease. We are directly involved in the acquisition of large, costly purchases. Choosing to prepare to address our guests' concerns thoughtfully by discovering these concerns early in our process will provide us time to formulate our plan responsively versus being forced to react when the matter surfaces later. Mary, Mike, will you be missing your old vehicle or not so much? Remember, many folks have become quite attached to their old vehicle, with some feeling almost as though they are abandoning an old friend because it has been very good to them. When this is the case, we might share with them that this is not an uncommon sentiment, and they are not foolish for feeling this way. After all, our vehicles are incredibly important components of our daily lives. However, many additional considerations are possibly warranted with all things modern vehicle related. And if the response is that they won't be missing their current vehicle in the slightest because it has been one giant pain in the ass, well, we will know how we may proceed going forward from here as well. Closely working in the field with dealership personnel for the last 12 years has proven one thing very clearly. The vast majority of us are dedicated to ensuring our guests enjoy a great ownership experience. This applies to business managers as much as anyone. We know this as a fundamental guiding principle. As such, it is easy to show our guests how much we care when we move them through the process. Conversely, if we aren't truly invested in our guests' welfare, we better find an acting coach in a local directory. What other questions might we table with our guests to impress upon them that we care? Think about it. Good luck and good selling.